Hi, it's Veronica, and today we're talking about emotional eating, a very hot topic. Let me warn you about two things before we start. It's not going to cover stress or boredom related eating because those are not emotions. This is another video. And also, if your emotions are seated into past trauma and abuse and so forth, you need to work with a psychotherapist. I'm talking about emotions that are triggering a desire for food because you think it's gonna make the emotion go away. And usually they are more like fear, anger, anxiety, jealousy, loneliness. And you try to deal with it by giving yourself the pleasure of an ice cream or a pretzel. But the emotion is not going away. So I'm going to give you a few solutions. The first one is to be a tough girl. Doesn't mean you will not deal with the emotions later, but you say to yourself, snap out of it, Veronique, get over, don't go for the food, I don't need this, this is not going to help you. You just nip it in the bud, you stop in your tracks. So just the snapping your fingers is going to give you a signal to stop going for the food, okay? The second one is gentler. It's going to require a little more planning and organization, but you need to calm down. You need to give a respite to your brain so you're not going for the food. So it's usually going to be something like you're either breathing, or you're going to listening to music, or you will use aromatherapy, or you have a squishy ball, or you're gonna do something that looks like a form of meditation to calm you down. But on the long term, the really best way to deal with this, frankly speaking, is to face it. And there is a methodology for this, and it has a couple of steps. The number one step is to recognize the emotion or the emotions and write them down. There's a lot of writing here. The second step is to peel the layers of the emotion. Yes, I am angry, for instance, but why am I angry? What's behind it? What is the source of this anger? Maybe I feel inadequate about something, or maybe I feel like I'm not living up to the standards of somebody. But why is this anger there? And once you have highlighted the reasons why you are feeling angry, you have to focus then as a third step on what are your wants and your needs. Example, your boss did not compliment you after a big presentation and you're very angry about it. What is your want? Your want is you want to be appreciated, you want to be recognized, you want to feel like you're adding value to the company and to your boss. So at least you know why now you had this emotion. Once you know your wants and your needs, then your fourth step is to write a plan of action. This is what I'm going to do about it, short term and longer term. And maybe in this case, I need to go speak with my boss and explain to him or her what is my expectation, right? And maybe if I know there is no future to this, maybe my longer term solution is to go to another team or find another job. But you have to confront your emotion, otherwise you will continue to deal with it with eating, which is kind of a form of procrastination. So I hope I helped you in this little, 3-dimension tips, from the being tough to the being gentler to the being pragmatic. And don't be discouraged. You have to practice. You're not going to stop emotional eating tomorrow. The CogniDiet is all about rewiring your brain. So you have to be persistent and you have to practice those methods. And then over time, you will realize that you're going to change. I hope this helped you, and I wish you a very wonderful day. Bye.